Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's fantastic to be with you again this week. 2 weeks back to back. Well, the summer's sort of over in a sense because the young people in my house are back in school, and so back to a little bit of a more routine and regular schedule. And I'm really excited because the Premier League will be back in a few weeks. The beautiful game will be back on, and I just can't wait. So getting excited, and I think Arsenal is going to have a pretty good season, but we'll see. Hope you're doing well and hope you're staying safe. And again, thank you for making out some time to listen to me, to reflect on what I say. And as I always say, don't hesitate to share with me your thoughts, your feelings about different topics. Today, I just want to reflect for a few minutes on preferences and principles. As I like to say, it's always don't mistake your preferences for principles. And why is this important? Well, recently somebody asked, what's one of the things you could do to get along with other people in the workplace? And of course, there are many things you can do, but one thing that stood out for me in my career, as somebody who has maybe very strong beliefs and holds on to some principles very dearly, is to not confuse preferences, the things I like, my subjective feelings about a thing with actual principles, and especially moral principles. So, for example, like I have a way I like to interact with people. I have a way I like to lead. I have a way I like to follow. I have a way I like to engage. But sometimes you work with people who have just different ways of doing things. And some people eat with their right hand, some people eat with their left. Some people eat fufu with their fingers, and some people eat with a fork. I mean, I don't know why you're eating fufu with a fork, but that's neither here nor there. That's a preference. And so when we get embroiled in debates and arguments over preferences, no, you must eat with your hand and not with a fork. We lose sight of like the important thing there, which might be eating, or is the food actually cooked correctly? And so one of the things I counsel people all the time is don't make your preferences, don't turn them into principles. Don't turn the things that if it was all left to you, you would do them the same way. Like you would just order cookie dough ice cream like I would. You'd never order vanilla or strawberry or whatever your not so good ice cream flavor favorite is, and make sure that you tease out what are true principles, what are ethical standards you stand behind. It's never acceptable, in my view, for somebody to be berated or shouted at, for instance, in the workplace. That's not a preference. That's a principle. And if I observe that, I'll find a way to address it, even if it may cost me something. It can be difficult, but that's where the virtue of courage comes in. But that somebody likes using Excel spreadsheet to do something, and I might like to use Word for a table. Those are preferences, and I think it's very unkind when we try to impose our preferences on people, especially people in our who we work with who might be at a lower organizational rank. And it can make life very difficult if you get upset with others who have different preferences that don't jive with your own. So, what's the long and short of what I'm saying today? When you become upset or aggravated or irritated about something that's happened in the workplace, reflect on that thing and ask yourself, am I getting angry because a principle is being violated here? Or am I getting upset, irritated simply because somebody's just not doing it the way I would do it? And if it's the latter, like you want to kind of check yourself and say, like, maybe I need to think a little bit and reflect on it. And I think this is a part of emotional intelligence, being able to identify when we're aggravated and irritated, not because somebody's really doing something wrong, but because they're doing something different. And maybe by practicing this, you'll be able to experience more meaning, more fulfillment. You'll be able to experience more joy at work. So again, thanks for listening. Hopefully, go and reflect on the things that aggravate you and identify whether it's a principle or a preference. And if this has helped you in some way, give you some thoughts, don't forget to share with somebody. Again, I don't care about the likes really. Just want you to share this if it's helped you in some way. All right, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.